sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend. And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 49ers, nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Murray now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the rounds instead of their number 1 guy. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Murray to air it out again. Quick slant to Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Stanford Cardinal, Richard Sherman. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45. Easy.
Murray going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Murray steps away. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the op.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray out to his left. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a first down carry for Harris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott off play action. Open man is born. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Sliding out of the pocket. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in there. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Steps away to his left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action now, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to
back on track here. And sometimes that'll work.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there just before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. On the move to his left. Going for it all. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Stanford Cardinal, Richard Sherman. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott, and that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Prescott to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown 49ers. Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game.
And now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for the Niners.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw is Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Going up top for Kupp. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just about on his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taking on the midfield logo. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10. If they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Here's Murray. Rolling to his right. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.